This is, without exaggeration, one of the biggest debates in Tensei slime.
Two Rimurus.
Two different works. Two completely distinct endings. But only one question truly matters. Which one actually wins? Before answering, we need to make something clear. This isn't a simple comparison of brute force. Anyone who tries to decide this just by looking at isolated attacks or feats is wrong. What decides this battle is structure, system, and context. Let's take it one step at a time. In the web novel, Rimuru is pure chaos in the form of power. He receives rapid, constant, and extremely aggressive upgrades. His growth isn't subtle, it's explosive. Here, Rimuru possesses absurd resources such as
Massive access to Tarnul.
Akashic records with broad functions, feats bordering on narrative exaggeration, and direct victories against cosmic scale attacks. The Rimuru of the web novel is built to win battles. He swallows attacks, ignores limits, and resolves conflicts with force. He's the kind of character who seems invincible because the story wants to close cycles quickly. But therein lies the problem.
The light novel follows a different path.
Here, Rimuru's power doesn't just grow in quantity, it grows in quality. The Rimuru of the LN doesn't win because he's more explosive. He wins because the world works the way he decides. With abilities like Azathoth, digital life nature, and a much deeper relationship with Ciel, Rimuru ceases to be just a strong being and becomes an authority over the reality system. While the Rimuru of the WN reacts to attacks, the Rimuru of the LN anticipates, adapts, and rewrites. That's the crucial difference. If this fight were simply,
Who unleashes the bigger attack first?
The web novel would have the advantage. But if the fight is, who controls the field, the rules, and the flow of combat? The light novel completely dominates. The Rimuru from the light novel scales with the cosmology. He exists in a more complex, more structured, and more restrictive world, and yet he dominates it all. This matters a lot, because power without structure is chaos, and structure without power is limitation. The Rimuru from the light novel has both. Here's the point that decides the fight. In the light novel, Ciel isn't just an assistant.
She is a strategic, analytical, and adaptive entity in real time.
Any initial advantage the light novel Rimuru would quickly be analyzed, understood, neutralized, and overcome. The fight would cease to be physical and become conceptual. And in this type of combat, the light novel Rimuru is simply superior. So, who really wins? The short answer: light novel Rimuru wins in the long run. The full answer: web novel Rimuru may seem stronger at first glance, with more exaggerated feats and more straightforward growth. But light novel Rimuru operates on a higher level of existence. He doesn't need to crush his opponent. He adjusts the system until victory is inevitable. In the end, it's not about who hits harder. It's about who decides how the world works. And in this contest,
light novel Rimuru takes the ultimate victory.
This comparison isn't about who is more overpowered. It's about which version was better written to represent absolute power. The web novel delivers immediate impact. The light novel delivers total dominance. And when dominance comes into play, brute force loses its meaning.